See, I'm just building my. That kind of thing. Um, and welcome to my mum said I could watch it. 1989 shocker, directed by Wes Craven. Um, Not much to say about when I saw this film, 1989. So I would have been 12 going on 13. Same year as Batman. At this point, the trip to the video shop has become more de rigueur. I have very little memory of watching this film at the time. There is a problem in the fact that it gets mixed up very often with House 3, the horror show, which stars Roy Batty as the bad guy. I don't think I've done that one. I will be catching on with that at some point. For those of you, shocker. So, for those of you who do not know the premise of the film, playing behind me, Sharka is Harold Pinker, a serial killer who has a psychic link to his son, who has forgotten who he is. Uh, once he's actually caught, he is going to be fried at the electric chair. But Horace Pinker has learned black magic and the power of electricity. So while he's where uh, he is able to go leap from leap, body to body, to kill those who he once felt wronged. Um, this goes on for most of the film with vague blue line screamings, while the athlete, straight A frat boy, who has, by having no personality flaws, effectively has no personality, attempts to find him. It worked until he's trapped in the TV. There's a body count. It's not particularly gratuitous. There's quips aplenty, but I think really I genuinely think that this was an attempt. I suspect for Wes Craven, having seen the merchandising behemoth that Nightmare on Elm Street had come, even really without him, decided he needed some of that action more independently and tried to launch this, which does have some of the motifs of a Wes Craven film, but sadly is a bit cranked by numbers. Um, Lots of nods to Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, which, Wes did co-write. The beginning dream sequences, the more fantastical finale of traveling through different TV programs. But ultimately, it does just come off as trite. The fact is, Freddy has a consistent world. You are asleep, he will kill you. This is maybe you should turn off your television and do something less interesting, more interesting instead. Even that is a non sequitur in this. Plus points for the film is our lead hero's relationship with his foster dad seems complicated enough. Uh, there is a stronger representation of black actors in terms of not just a coach, but the fact that he does hang out with the team. His football team are key on a plot level of cutting out the power. And they've done it out of loyalty, they've done it out of support for their friend, and they've done it out of bereavement for the coach. Uh, it's played very well. It's not played for like um what's the best way to put this? It's they're not there's no jive in it to any excess. They are there and they are his mates. Um, Although we have to look at the fact that there is very little in terms of identifications within the crew. He's got one bestie and a coach. And again, they are the only friends he has. So, plus points, representation, plus points, some father son dynamics. Negative points really rank too high. The dead girlfriend who's now we would use the term fridged. Um, and you've already had his mum and his siblings killed. You don't need to kill his girlfriend as well, who then comes back and to be the spirit guide. I mean, no, no, it's not even Crow level. At this point, the film has just banjacks. The idea that Pinkerton has to be bound by the rules of television don't work when you've just got rent a ghost turning up at any point. Uh, it is, I think, a rather hackneyed go at suburbia again. They are the homes of Elm Street, but really, It's for completists. It's for completists. I wouldn't. It's on Shudder now. I wouldn't really make much of an effort to see it. It's really slow. It's very lackadaisical. Um, the fact is, you've pumped in all of this music, and maybe it's me. Maybe it's my age now as a 48-year-old man. But you know what? I will pay to see Alice Cooper, but you just can't. This feels like when, as a man in his 40s, I want to get a drink and I'm not sure what bars are there, and I see a bar that's empty, but it's playing some hectic TikTok music, but it's empty. So I go in and I have my two, three beers before the actual clientele turn up with their Dayglow shoes and their tofu hair, right? I can't be dealing with it. I know this. I've walked in, grab your pint. Right. First time I walked into a bar and I was told, "Aren't you too old for this place?" I was 32. I'm now 48. Even I know that. Just give me a goddamn beer, and then I'll be on my way. So that was the kind of vibe I got from this film. And again, the quips aren't really quips. They're just the lines. That have been there. So it's a flat bud. I wouldn't really bother with it, and it's a shame to say because it is Wes Craven. The stuff that you're seeing behind me is probably the best that it gets. So for that alone, maybe check it out. But it's a definite five. I'd say that you're better off looking for the greatest hits. Maybe stick on Nightmare on Elm Street 3 once in a while again. Okay, that's me, Rob Deb. Same bat time, same bat channel. Toodaloo.